Oh, snap, dude. We'd be back at it. How's it going, dude?
It's been 6 years in the making, apparently.
Yeah, we were just going over when he was last on, and May 1st, 2020, that was when your
Mm.
episode 7 was released. And that was before we even moved to video. Like, that was probably right before COVID.
That was when I had the chiseled chin like Superman. Now I have the fat face like the Blob.
Relatable, dude. I got the dad bod going on, the beer gut.
I thought it was in now. I thought chicks dig the dad bod.
We are we're aging. My back hurts now
Oh
too, dude.
yeah,
It's great.
dude. I have two messed up shoulders. I have messed. Oh, since we last met, I had surgery on my elbow. I had surgery on my ankle. I had two things done to my shoulders. So yeah, I'm pretty broken as well.
Wait, the last time, like, you talk about like from a couple weeks ago?
No, from when we last filmed back in 2020.
Oh, the 2020. Okay. I was like, wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, I heal pretty quick. I'm like Wolverine.
Yeah. I was like, dude, you're like out here trying to get everyone together and like, do all this stuff. And if you went through all that surgery, like, geez, more
Steroids are
power.
great. Steroids are great.
That's funny, dude. Yeah. I literally think, let's see, after there was episode 8, 9, 10. I think JR was the first official video that we did. I
Mhm.
did at least. And that was June 5th, 2020. So like you were literally like a couple weeks before we moved to video because of COVID. So
That's
and
crazy.
yeah, dude, and I haven't posted actually on the podcast since August 2nd, 2022.
It's been a while.
Yeah, so this is officially episode 65.
Dang. Well, it's good that you're getting back into it because you were good at it, and these are honestly fun to listen to.
They're fun, man. They're fun to record. I was telling you before we hit record, I'm like, I don't know where half my stuff is, where the notes are, where I've been editing another project for a friend and I'm using Audition and I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't opened this app in like 4 years. So much has changed.
Yeah, that is true.
So it's been kind of fun to get back to. And then also, as you know, as I was asking you on the phone today, um,
Mhm.
me deleting social media probably bit me in the ass for promotional reasons on this. But I'm like, sounds like a fun challenge.
Well, I honestly don't blame you for deleting social media. If I didn't do photography, I probably would have deleted it a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's so toxic. Social media is so toxic.
How do you? Okay, let's get into this. So what has happened from 2020 to 2026? Because then you were talking, you were producing films, you were acting in films, you were doing all this stuff, but now it seems like you're solely focused more on photography and maybe getting back into acting a little bit.
Yeah, so let's go down that rabbit hole. Okay, so I had a big situation happen to me in my life in 2020. It was really hard on me emotionally, and I saw a lot of things happen within the industry that kind of shocked me. Like people that I loved and trusted just vanished. And so, because of all the things that happened, I decided, okay, well, I'm taking a step back. I'm not going to be involved in film anymore. It's just too hard to be in film. There's too many reminders, and I'm taking a step back. And so I was like, well, what avenue can I get into to kind of like fill that hole? And I remember, I did a lot of BTS photography on film sets. I loved photography. It was my second passion compared to film. And so I was like, okay, well, if I can fill that gap with something, I'm going to do it with photography. And I started pushing photography really hard. And ironically enough, photography is what led me to my girlfriend that I've been together for almost 3.5 years now. So it's been a blessing. And in that whole gap, though, I've been like really missing film, and I made a commitment that like I'll probably never do like get an agent, nor will I probably do like commercials that are paid and all that stuff, just because like that's the whole. That's just too much, too messy, honestly, in my opinion. It's not fun doing that stuff. But if my friends ask me to do things, I wouldn't even hesitate. So I would, I'm going to be right on set, giving it my best, doing everything I can. And I've actually had I've had a couple opportunities in the last few years. But yeah, before I left, actually, I produced a film, which is being edited right now. That was back in 2020. So that's been, it's being edited finally. It's just been hard with budget and funds. So,
Yeah. It's kind of really, I mean, that's kind of how filmmaking goes, with how much
mm,
time it actually takes to make something. I think Deuce, we both know he has said multiple times that it's a miracle that any movies get made, just because
mm,
how involved it is, how many hands are involved. Like it's a lot.
no, for sure. It's definitely, there is so much involved. Like when I was an actor, I thought it was easy. Like I just came on set, they gave me my script, I memorized my lines, I worked across from my co-stars, and I was off. Basically, came in set, left. Super easy. But when I started producing, I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm putting out so many fires and I'm trying to juggle so many different hats and I'm trying to manage cast, crew, post, pre-production, getting food and funding, and it's just it's a lot. Like people always be like, why does it take so long to make movies? Well, you have to have money for it. You have to hire someone to do it. I'm sure you understand that because you did Night Adventure and how hard that was. And, look what it did. It was a great film.
Yeah. I think about how we still pull that off with like no money at all. And
Yeah.
I credit so much of that to you, dude. I'm like, you
Wow.
got all this is, the many hats that you were wearing on that. Not only were you acting in it, but you're also producing in it. And then you're also, reaching out to all these people and be like, hey, how many people flaked at the last second that we had to reach out to someone else just randomly like 2 hours before we were supposed to shoot. And then
Yeah.
we pulled it off still, like they still committed to it. And I was like, I don't know how we pulled that off, dude.
Oh, we had such a great cast though with Emily Ashby and
Yep.
Casey Wright. They did such an incredible job. And then we had Mary Hall and we had like
Lorenzo.
Aiden Hatch and Lorenzo. It was a solid group of people. And so yeah, we were definitely fortunate with who we had in that film. And yeah, that was a lot of people. That party scene, holy cow, that was a lot of people. I didn't think we were gonna get that many people.
It was a lot of people. And then I was also, because we shot that in like, what, 3 days, 4 days?
Yeah.
And then I think we had like one day of reshoots, but like the party sequence and also the ending sequence was shot back to back, reversed, where
Hmm.
we did the ending scene first, right? Not know, and this is like completely out of order, not knowing if it's gonna freaking work or not.
Yeah.
And I remember we were like rushing for that, and then like people started showing up at the other location where the party was, and I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, we have to get this like wrapped up and packed and fucking head over there and then continue filming. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know how we pulled that off. I just remember
Yeah, we pulled it off.
because it
That's for
was
sure.
the party thing was like shot at my parents' house, and I just remember pulling up there. We had no parking because so many
Hmm.
people already arrived. I'm like, oh my god, people are already here before us. I think you were there introducing people already. Like you had left early to go set some lights up and like try to get the ball rolling. But like, dude,
Yeah.
it was so fun. That's the key, though. It was so
Well,
fun.
well, that's not the only film that we shot at your parents' house. We shot The Woods.
Shot the woods. I have the raw footage of all that on my hard
Yeah.
drive still. I was going through that just a couple weeks ago. I was like, oh, there's a lot of cool shots in here, like a lot. And I was
Oh yeah.
watching the first edit that the pass through that I did on it, and it's like, oh,
Hmm.
Chaz, yikes,
No, it was
not
good.
a
Like
good edit, man.
no, it's honestly, it's like we shot. That's the funny thing about film too, is if we made like deleted scene, like special features for that movie, we
Yep.
have so many deleted scenes because like what is it? We used two other actors. No, we used an actress who was supposed to portray like a cult member,
Yeah.
and we didn't use any of her footage, but we used all the cult members, and it was such a quick shot. It was like a minute. I think the movie was just a minute, and
Yeah.
then it was over.
Welcome to film where, you spend all day on set and you're not even in the final product.
That's true. But it is what it is. And that's part of the joy of it. There's so many films out there I have never seen that I've done. Like, I don't know, like maybe they'll pop up one day. I had a commercial happen once where I did it 2 years prior, and then I was watching the Super Bowl, and then all of a sudden it just popped up, and I was like, what the freak? I forgot all about this commercial. So
What commercial was that for?
Weber State.
During the Super
So
Bowl?
it wasn't national, it was
Oh,
local.
okay.
So it was one of those local commercials. So it's like fourth quarter
Yeah.
basically. And so they're like, okay, well, we're done with national commercials. We're going to do more local, but it was cool. I got to see myself locally. It was like 5 seconds. You saw me and somebody else.
You're on TV though.
That's true. That's true. So I
Uh,
can't complain.
so with your photography then, like after you stepped out of that, uh, I recall you had was it a T6i or T7i Rebel?
EOSR.
Oh, okay. I was completely off.
Oh no. When I was working with you on
Yeah.
film, I had the T3.
T3. Oh, you had an older one?
I had an older model. I've had that since 2013. I had that since 2013. So
Yeah.
I didn't trade up until 2018.
Yeah.
So I went 5 years with that thing, and then I've had the Rebel ever since.
That's how, because I have a T4i that I got in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually, I upgraded to the 5D Mark IV. And then a
Mm-hmm.
couple years after that is when they started releasing the R series, like with the magnetic lenses, I guess. That
Oh yeah,
I guess there was moving towards more mirrorless stuff, right? But it was like so new
yeah.
at the time. And I remember, I think it was in episode one, it was me and Casey talking about it because, he was also taking photography, and he was talking about how I think he had that camera at the time. And I was just so confused about, and, I was asking you too with your current camera. I was like, I don't understand how the lenses connect with the camera. Like that's so, why would Canon do that? Like why would you turn your
Yeah,
customers away from your own product? That's so wild.
yeah. Well, I had to get an EF adapter
Yeah.
because I couldn't use my 50 nifty on my new camera.
Yeah.
I think my camera was one of the first cameras that was mirrorless because
Yeah.
it's the EOS R. I'm pretty sure mine was one of the first ones, but it was so cheap. Like I think I got mine at Best Buy for $800 because it was
Seriously?
on sale. Yeah, and it's held up for what? I don't know, like 6 years. So
Yeah.
it's held up as long as it needs to. Um, but yeah, the 50 wouldn't fit on it, so I had to get an adapter for it. And I just sold my 50 and my 35, so I don't have those anymore because I'm shooting with a 2870 right now.
What's
It's
the
not as
aperture
nice
on
as a
that?
2470, but I think it's a 1.8.
It's not bad at all.
No, it's a cheaper version, but
Yeah. The lenses are so expensive. Um,
mm-hmm,
I know because before a couple weeks ago, I don't, the Nifty 50 is the one lens I'd never actually owned myself. I've always borrowed it from
mm-hmm,
my dad or friends. So before the last thing we were working together on, I had to order the Nifty 50, being like, oh, I'm going to probably need this,
mm-hmm.
doing BTS stuff. And came in clutch, dude. You can never go wrong with the Nifty 50.
Can't. It's clean.
So
My
clean. But then I was looking because I know you brought your camera on set, and then I think what was his name? Was it Thomas?
Adam.
Adam. It was Adam. Yeah, he
Yeah.
had he brought his camera on set too, and like both of you guys had nice, not nicer, like yeah, it was nicer lenses, obviously, but like you guys had the zoom lenses where you could like fluctuate and all this, and for whatever
Mm-hmm.
reason, I was sticking to prime lenses. I was like, I think it would have been eight. I get where they're going with that now. I'm like, that would have been a lot easier in some of those you know, small corners and stuff.
Well, your photos were clean. That was the thing is like, I looked at your photos and there's a reason I posted as my Facebook and my Instagram. Like I've had the same Instagram photo for my photography page for I don't know how long, and I finally changed it because I like the photo that you took.
Which one was it?
But it was one where I'm holding the camera. I took 2,500 photos on that project, and I was only there for what, a day
Yeah,
or
so
two? No,
that
2 days.
because that's the thing. So when I uploaded, I only had what 300 photos or
Mm-hmm.
something like that, and I was like, oh, that's a really low number. And then of course, only so much of that is usable.
Yeah,
It was so dark on set, but like
no, it's so
I
dark.
think because I sent Michael the edited ones. I can send
Mm-hmm.
your way too, but I sent him, I think about 64 of
Okay.
that batch that I could use, that weren't like duplicates or anything. I'm sure like, there's probably a couple more I can extract stuff from, but uh, it was fun, dude. So yeah, but I remember you were taking so many photos, and
Yeah.
I immediately kind of got imposter syndrome after mine. I was like, "Fuck, did I even shoot anything? Like, was I just well, am I I don't know, but yeah. And then some of the photos you took, dude, like the one you took of me. Fun fact is one of my profile pictures on my
Oh,
email.
nice.
So
Oh, did I take that? Dang. Okay, that's very flattering. I'm humbled.
yeah, I was
Dude,
like, that's such a cool shot.
there was one of the main characters from that series. I'm trying not to spoil anything.
Yeah.
So one of the main characters from that episode had such a really cool look to it. And I tried so hard to get some great shots of it. But like you said, it was so dark. It was so hard to shoot it because it was so dark. And you have to like adjust your ISO to the point where it's grainy. And you're like, yeah, as much as people like grain, I just don't like this. So it's so hard because my yeah, it just didn't go the way I wanted it to. So my shutter only goes so low. My f-stop only goes so yeah, it was bad. So
Well, there's one shot, like one photo that I took of was it Rachel? Is that her name?
yeah,
The actress. Well, she's like on the stairs, and dude, I didn't realize what the settings were until I was looking at the you know information, but like the ISO was at 6400, which is way above like what I would be comfortable shooting on anything, because
oh for
I'm
sure,
stuck in the film mindset where it's like you don't really want to go above 800, like
yeah,
if you need more light, you add more light, like
yeah,
so 6400, and then the shutter speed was at 125 or like 1 over
okay,
25, and I
yeah.
was like that should be so blurry, so not sharp at all, and somehow, dude, like this one photo came out super crisp, and it's like the coolest lighting that that Michael and all them were doing, and I was like, that's such a lucky shot.
Dang, I need to see these photos that you did.
I'll send you the link after we're done here, dude. Uh,
Oh,
then there's like really cool ones of you in there. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't like I was texting Michael a couple days before even. I'm just being like, dude, I'm a little bit, a little fucking nervous because I haven't been on set in like 8, 9 years.
mm-hmm,
Uh, I don't want to, be in your way. I don't want to be in these people way that I've never worked with. Like I'm just some stranger to them,
mm-hmm,
and also I haven't taken photos in so long, so it was like so out of my comfort zone.
mm-hmm,
Um, and my biggest goal though was to not be in the way. And I mean, there's a couple times like when you were talking with some of the crew, and I would like try to reach my arm around the corner, and just blindly take photos down a hallway, and they're like, "Oh, we can move." I'm like, "No, no, don't. Please do not move just for
yeah.
me."
Oh
Like,
no,
I don't want that at all. I don't want to pee on anyone because it's such a sets are so chaotic anyway.
yeah. Well, and the big thing with BTS photography is you're not like they're not you're taking shots where you don't. It's like you're not there. Basically, that's what I'm trying to get at.
Yep.
It's behind the scenes, so you're trying to get shots where it's like they don't know you're there because you're taking them in candid moments. And so, like when there's people in your way, that's when you have to be really artistic and you have to get a shot that makes it look cool. With like a lot of my shots that I took of, like I did a separate shoot with Leo and Rachel, and I would use like the wall in the shot, or I'd use like different items that would kind of be make it a little artistic. And then I would shoot, like when we were in the kitchen, I shot through like those bottles, and I would shoot through the knife area. And like there was things that I used to make it look like it was more, hey, I'm not here kind of thing, just as just a candid art shot.
Yeah, I'm dude. Like watching you in action, like I was actually kind of following your steps And
No.
just watching you interact with people and just like you're just going for it, right? Like you're just like I was gonna take photos, like whatever, and just seeing how you're setting it up and all this. I'm like, oh, dude, this Landon's fucking he's inspired right now, like this is he's in the moment, he's just going for it. And we were showing you showed us some photos before I left that night, but like I think you got some good shots, dude. And like the stuff you showed
Oh,
me too
man.
on your Instagram from your other, your other shoots with the cosplayers and all that. I'm just like, you have evolved so much from like when we last worked together. Like
Oh,
it's so cool to
yeah.
see it unfold,
I appreciate
like you're
it.
embracing
What?
your talent.
Oh, I appreciate it. I think last time I shot with you back in 2020, I was shooting on automatic
Right.
and I was shooting JPEG. And I don't know, I do not do either one of those anymore. I don't shoot JPEG and I don't shoot automatic. I shoot manual and raw.
There you go.
Okay. I don't know if it's controversial or not, but there is one thing that bothers me more than anything else in the photography industry. I hate when people get paid to do AI, to shoot and then edit with AI. I do not think that's editing. I don't think that's art. I think that's copy.
Yeah, that's hmm.
It's
AI.
very controversial, but
It's not though, because here's the thing, dude. Like AI was not a thing in 2020. Like it wasn't
no.
like it was like okay AI or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I'll believe when I see
Mm-hmm.
it. But now it's grown so much, and um, I asked this recently during a interview of sorts. The question got asked like how do you feel about AI? And it was like a content creation kind of an interview. I was like, really? Like my first thought was like, you're asking this and like content creation, like why is this okay? And so I told her I was like, I think this is a tool that can be used, but I don't I don't think it should be relied on necessarily. Like I think you should know the steps of what you're trying to achieve before you resort to AI, so you can understand how
Yeah.
AI is doing it. You know what I mean? But
Oh, for sure.
in doing so, because I don't know if I showed you, but like I've been editing old photos of like Emily and Carly and all of our mutuals and um posting the workflow on my YouTube and like even going back into Photoshop with how much they've upgraded it since the last time I was actually actively using it. They've
Mm-hmm.
incorporated AI in their stuff. Premiere's doing the same thing. Like they're all these platforms are incorporating AI. And so I don't know if we can get away from it, but I agree with you. I don't
Yeah.
think it should be resorted to right away. You know what I mean? Like, and
Yeah.
there's a photo of Carly that I was struggling removing hairs, like this, flyaway
Mm-hmm.
hairs. And I was like, could AI even do this even better? And it sure did. And I was like, I hate that because it's not authentic to me then, right? And so he immediately
No.
what do you want to call it? Undid my AI thing. And I was like, I gotta do this manually. And so I
Yeah.
think the manual actually looks pretty okay for like what it was, but I don't know how the AI picked up on that so quick just to make it look as good as it did.
Yeah.
I felt like I cheated though. You know what I mean?
I think okay. So I can't say I don't fully use AI because there's just a small piece in Lightroom
Yeah.
where you can go in and it'll kind of like help adjust like the eyes or like, you know, just small things. I will use it for small things, like just
Yeah.
spinal details. But I think we're in a situation where AI is just going to keep growing and growing and growing, and you can't really avoid it. And so this is where a lot of people get upset when I talk about, but I think this is going to happen. No matter how hard you fight this, I think it's just eventually going to be happening. I honestly can see the film industry going the way of AI. And so if you look at how expensive it is to make a movie off AI, it's like what, $200,000?
Is it?
You could
I have no
probably make,
idea.
I think I read that it's like between two or $400,000 where you can make a film off a budget that length for through AI. But when a real feature film, you're looking at millions of dollars, even up to billions. And so I feel like these producers are eventually going to get to a point where they're going to be like, hey, how can we save money?
Yeah.
And then people say, with SAG and everything involved, but I don't know. I just like, I don't want it to ever go that way. But AI is getting so big and it's growing so fast You've got people, what, Sea Dance 2.0 made a movie with Brad Pitt versus Tom Cruise on a rooftop, and it looked like it was real.
Yeah, that was actually was pretty impressive, like how well done that was.
It was insane. You thought it was really them. The dialogue was even there.
I
Like
don't
the
know, man.
voices were even there. I don't want it to go that way. Like there's no art in that.
There's
Like
no
I
art. Like what? Let me ask you this then: what does art actually mean to you? Like what separates art from something that like a human makes versus a machine?
emotions, feelings. The machine doesn't have emotions, does it? Nor does it feel something. Like, it's unemotional, and like with art, someone puts their heart into the angle. It puts their heart into the emotion from their model, or in the situation of film, they're putting their emotion in the scene. And I just don't see AI adapting human feeling like we can. And so when you have people editing photos through AI, it's not detailed. It's it doesn't look like it's realistically being done through the human eye. It's looking like it's, hey, I typed this in, adapt my photo for me. And so it's like, I guess I don't want to discredit them because, power to them for trying. I just feel like I don't want to lose that human emotion that only we can bring.
Yeah.
I don't want to rely on AI to do something that I started doing for the love of it. Cause like, yeah, I can take a picture and then just tell AI, here, do this. And I don't like, there's no passion. That's like a robot feeling.
Yeah.
But it kind of reminds me going back before cell phones. Like, imagine before people were absorbed by cell phones or their screens, as we were out there playing cops and robbers. We were out there playing tag. We were out there going to the mall.
You were
We
figuring
had
out.
conversations.
Yeah, you were figuring out
Yeah,
crosswords on the toilet.
right. You were reading the shampoo bottle. It's just like there was so much emotion and so much feeling and so much life before technology became as aggressive as it is now. Like I was looking at that were like photos that were developed. These aren't photos that are on my phone. These were developed photos from real film. And like, it was fun times back then, but I'm not discrediting technology now because, it's crazy how far we've come. But I feel like this goes back to social media. Sometimes it's good to take a step back from social media and just experience life, because that's where a lot of bad things happen to people, is getting wrapped up in social media.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, like I already mentioned, like I got rid of mine in 2024,
Mm,
so 2 years ago almost. Um, and it was for that. It was for the mental health aspect, and it was also, kind of like stick it to the billionaires. Your data collecting shenanigans sucks.
yeah.
Uh, but it was weird because like my habitually I would just go to my phone and go to a screen where the app was, and
Yeah.
Reels became replaced with YouTube Shorts. For a while there, I deleted YouTube off my phone, and the only things I kept was YouTube and Letterboxd. And Letterboxd, there's
Mhm.
nothing on there except reviews, so like you're not really
Yeah.
gonna get addicted to that. But um, yeah, and recently YouTube just came out with like the 0 minute for shorts, like for your time limit.
Hmm.
So no YouTube Shorts will ever play on my app anymore, which is nice. But I still find myself scrolling on the actual feeds, and it's so addictive, dude.
Oh, dude, Alter is my weakness. Like, have you ever seen Alter?
No, what is it?
So Alter is basically a bunch of horror shorts, or like a bunch of indie horror shorts. It's a collection of them.
Yeah.
And I will sit there and watch those things over. I think the back room was actually one of them. Oh my gosh, I blanked. You said something and it made me think about it. Oh, letterbox. Okay,
Yeah.
here we go. That's what I'm thinking about. Sorry, it's been a long day. I have the heart. Okay, I don't think I would ever do good at movie reviews. Why, when I do good at reviews, is because I cannot give a bad review. I've occasionally done it, but I look at them like, okay, so this is their vision. Like, it wasn't great, but like, I guess I can see where they're coming from in this situation, but it wasn't great. But I don't want to be mean, so maybe I'll give them a 3 out of 5. But like,
3 out of 5 for something that's not great. Dang, Landon.
I don't know. I know it's bad, but I'm just like, I like to think of how they are thinking in their art. There's movies that I have actually given a 0 because I'm like, this is complete garbage.
So what movie did you rate 0?
Uh, Noah, that Russell Crowe movie where he was Noah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, you glitched out there for a minute.
Yeah. Oh no, you're good. Um, it was that Noah movie. I couldn't get into it. I felt like it was crazy. I don't know. And there's been other movies because I watch Shudder a lot, and so since I watch Shudder, I see a lot of like
Bad movies.
weird, bad horror movies. I saw one the other day that had to do with like it's called like Mama's Boys or something, where it's like these two hillbillies. They kidnap like 3 girls who are camping out, and then they take her back to their mom's house, and it's weird.
Oh boy.
But there's some interesting movies that are on Shudder. But like, don't get me wrong, like I love Shudder though. I still watch it.
So not recently, probably a year ago. It was probably around the time I deleted my social media.
Hmm.
I went through all of my letterbox entries and
Hmm.
removed every single rating. And
Dang.
then I just either decided to say it'll be three things, right? Either I like it, which will be a heart,
Hmm.
or I watched it and either I liked like it was okay or it was, not good. Doesn't matter. It's just I'm not gonna like it, like heart it, right? So it's just I
Hmm.
watched it. And then the last one's, any movie that Christopher Nolan or Denis Villeneuve touches or Kubrick, like easy
Oh,
five
for
stars,
sure,
right?
for sure.
um, and because I used to write reviews here and there, and um, I got really bitter, dude. I got really bitter, and I was like, am I turning the film down? Like, am I, falling out of love with the craft? Like,
Hmm.
there's so much more there, like, because we know how hard it is to make something, and it's just like I don't want to tear the creatives down, like,
Yeah.
um, but it's also like I think because when I was in film school, they talked about how film criticism and filmmakers have like a symbiotic relationship, right? Where you wouldn't have one without the other kind of a thing.
Hmm.
And the best critics I often find are the ones who understand the process of filmmaking and the uh, more about the characters and the craft behind it, like the passion
Hmm.
behind the project, right? Because like I think that's when you get kind of like in the film theory area where you're
Hmm.
actually blending the two and actually, it's complementing one another. My critics are the ones who are actually more film theory based and like actually dive into the like an essay form essentially. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure. Like, I think what A24 and IFC are more of my favorite studios is
Yeah.
because they still have that independent film feeling. Like, I think there's just something about an independent film with a low budget that just speaks more than a studio film with a high budget. Is because
Yeah.
you have to, and I think that kind of goes back to being a creative person is like you watch these independent films and you're like, okay, so let's say they probably had $100,000 budget, which it sounds like a lot, but sometimes with movies, that's a low budget. And you're like, okay, let's see what they did with that much money. And then you have other filmmakers who are $10,000 budget, and you're like, wow, let's see what they did with that one. And
Yep.
sometimes those films look incredible.
Yep.
Like you would never know they had small budget. And like I say this to Michael and James all the time. Like hands down, they are two of my favorite filmmakers in Utah. Like
Absolutely.
how they are able to pull off what they do on the budget that they have is incredible.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it's like their passion just shines through every shot.
oh, for sure. And if like you sit down with Michael, like he's such a great filmmaker, director, writer, but he's so humble.
Yeah.
Like you'll sit down with him and like, with what he puts together and does, you're like, this dude, you could be super egotistical, but you are like one of the most humble people I have ever come in contact with. And I think that's realistic what I love I love work with Michael.
Yeah.
And like with James too, is James makes it fun.
Yeah.
You see the passion he has in every character that he portrays, and it makes you want to bring your best out too. Like I did a episode with him, worked across from him, and I'm not spoiling anything, but like I did an episode with him, worked across from him, and like he made me want to portray it more. And that also goes back with Michael is why I think Michael's one of my favorite film directors to work with is because he actually listens to any ideas I have. If I have like a suggestion or I have an idea, like most directors, some directors I've worked with, they're like, okay, well, this is my film, so just do what I kind of say. But he'll sit there and he'll listen to me and he'll be like, okay, let's try it, let's do it, and you're like, what? Okay, let's do it, kind of thing. Is like I think that brings out the best of an actor is when they feel involved, they
Yeah.
feel listened to, they feel like their opinion means something.
Yeah. I wonder how much like their overall budgets are for like their whole stuff, like it's so low and it's just so well done, like high quality,
Mhm.
right? Um, and even seeing like a lot of like how it's done in the BTS of it, like in person, I'm like, you got these shots with this stuff, like very it's still kind of minimum, equipment that's affordable. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like high
Mhm.
end production stuff at all, and so so talented, dude. There's a movie called Coherence.
Oh, I have heard of that one.
Yeah, they shot it for $50,000,
Oh my
and
gosh.
it's a sci-fi, and it's so well done.
Well,
And
you see these. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say there's another Amazon Prime video. I think they shot it for $10,000. I think. And it's just three actors, one car, like one location, and it's the story and the acting. It's
Mhm.
just it draws you. I was for that low of money, no fucking way. Like, what are we doing here? Like
Oh, I know.
talent, dude. That's so talented.
100%. Well, I completely agree with you. It's like you see these films with such low budgets, and you're like, I could totally do that. Like I have the opportunity to do that, but then you just get in your own way. Like if you can shoot a sci-fi film on a $50,000 budget, that's insane. Sci-fi
Yeah.
films, just like the CGI alone, is $50,000,
And well,
if
it's
not more.
like the story too, dude. It's like a web of sorts. Like it intertwines. I just so well done. The
Yeah.
editing reminds me of like something Nolan would do, like where it's kind of out of order kind of stuff. And
Hmm.
like that's just craftsmanship in itself is being able to tell a story like that,
Oh, for sure. You know
especially
who
on a
was
lower
actually
budget.
oh, for sure. You know who was actually one of my favorite cinematographers to work with
Ooh.
is Chris Anderson.
Oh yeah.
Dude, what he did on Asylum, like how he was able to like show my vision. Because I watched Asylum again the other day because someone wanted to watch it, and I was just like, dude, this is exactly what I imagined, and he pulled it off.
Yeah.
And like I miss that guy. He was so fun to work with because he also worked on The Woods. He worked on Asylum. Did he work on Night Adventure?
Yeah. He was there. He was my little DP.
Yeah. So it's like, if I could bring him back for a film, I totally would in a heartbeat. But
It was the same thing, dude. Like it was so weird. Like Night Adventure, the last shot of Emily, playing with her ring.
mhm,
There's music going on, and like the way it's framed is exactly how I envisioned it writing it, right? I was like, I can't believe we just pulled that off like that. But while I was writing it,
mhm,
like what I could hear is like this music, and my dad was able to capture that, and I didn't convey that to him at all. I didn't say,
yeah,
hey, I want it to sound like this. It was in his initial draft showing it to me, right? And I was like, oh my God. He like that was somehow conveyed in what he saw and he heard that. You know what I mean? Like there's
mhm.
upon layers. And for Chris to be able to like frame it like that, to even like have it be like that, dude, the guy's talented.
You know what we should try to do one time?
What's up?
We should try to film a feature length film in a weekend.
I'm down for that, dude.
One weekend feature length film.
I'm totally down. Like, do you know what mumblecore movies are?
Uh-uh.
Uh, it's a very low budget, dialogue heavy. character driven, essentially, right? Kind of a thing.
Yeah. Okay. Honestly, that'd be fun if we did one location, couple
One
actors,
location, two actors.
direct perfect.
And if we need a third one, we just use one of the crew.
It'll be like I'll be the pizza guy.
Perfect, right? I'll
Just
be
knock on the door.
I'll
Yeah,
be the
get
guy
some
walking
pizza.
by, in the window. Just a casual
Yeah.
walk by in a diner. We
Okay.
should do
No,
it.
seriously, I'm totally down for this. Let's write a feature length film and shoot it in one weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Damn, dude, we have to get people on board for that.
Doesn't mean we have to edit it. Yeah, it doesn't mean we have to edit that over the weekend. Just film it over the weekend.
One location.
One location.
You're serious, dude.
Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead serious.
So,
I don't joke about stuff like this.
and to justify this, okay, let's make the rules. Okay,
Okay.
a
Are
feature
we
film
making the
is
rules on a
usually eight.
podcast?
Huh?
Are we making the rules on a podcast?
Yeah, dude. Feature films are usually 40 minutes or longer,
Mm-hmm.
or something to that extent, right? So,
Yeah.
as long as we reach the 40-minute mark,
Then we made a feature film.
then we've made a feature film,
Mm-hmm.
dude.
And we can talk shop about ideas and everything once we're off. But
But what's aim for 90 minutes though? Like, what's fucking knock out of the park?
if you honestly, there's an actor that just came to mind that would be really fun for this film. Two actors actually, but yeah, I think we could do this.
Let's do it.
Still, I'm in.
And here's the thing: if we can't find actors, you and
I'm game.
I've
You
never acted.
honestly, dude. Okay, I tell people this all the time. Acting isn't as hard as people think it is. If you can get past the camera, you're set. It's just kind of getting over the idea of the camera. It's getting over the idea of memorizing your lines. If you trust your co-star and you can get past the camera, it's very doable. It's like with a situation like now. Pretend like this whole conversation we have right now is actually a film. You know, it's a very fluid conversation we're having. It's very, you know, clean. Well, at times it's not clean, but that's my fault. But it's really like this is what it is. It's just you just get out of your own head and you go with it.
Dude, but I think like you said though, like actors are brilliant in a lot of ways. Um, and if we let them improvise, I don't know how you feel about improvising as an actor, but like
Mm-hmm.
I think it helps with the natural aspect of
Mm-hmm.
these lower budget movies, and it really does speak volumes like of the director easing them on to be that natural, right? Like it's just
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
oh, it's so good, dude. I'll send you those movies because like they are worth watching, dude.
Okay. I'm totally down. I have so much free time that I'm really watching anything. I uh I started getting into concert photography.
That's
So
right.
I've been doing a lot of concerts. That's actually my passion. If I could go anywhere with my career, I would do concert photography. Just the way that like the lighting hits them, the emotion on their face, like the sweat, the movement. Like I don't know, just something about capturing those moments is what makes photography worth it. Like
Yeah.
I think I'm turning more into a candid photographer than I am kind of like, hey, pose like this. Because like if you go to family photography now, like family shoots, people have to like sit down and be like, all right, the baby, get the baby to smile, get the baby to laugh. But like when you get the baby in a candid moment with the parents, or you get like the guitar player like filling that song, or the singer, or if you get like that couple who are in love kind of thing, it's like candid moments like that, they just look so much better than when it's staged.
Yeah.
And I think you could actually relate that to film is like, you know, one of my favorite actresses to work across from was Charla. Like she made the scene that we had in What I Should Have Said, it just flowed so like smooth. Like I think we did one takes. Like we honestly just did one takes because it was just so easy to work with her. And that's why she's such a big name, is because she's so easy to work with and she makes her co-stars so much better. And so Yeah, working with Charlotte was like one of my favorite things to do because she made it natural. But yeah, so film, did I miss film?
I can tell, dude.
It's something else. It was so honestly being on set was so like surreal. Like I don't like to think I have an ego, but I'll be honest, when I saw myself on the big screen with Before Your Time, it was really hard not to get an ego. Like it's just weird seeing yourself up on the big screen in a movie theater. Like it's surreal. But I think what stood out to me more than anything else, what what made it more than the money or the opportunities is it was crazy when you go into a theater and then you ditch out early
Yeah.
and you'd wait outside for the fans to come outside. So the people that just saw this movie come outside and they are just lit up. Like their faces just light up. They're so excited to meet you. Like, I don't know. I think it makes it feel like you accomplished something if they are excited to see you.
Yeah.
Like, they're asking for an autograph or they're asking for a photo with you, and you're like, I'm just a small time person. Like, I'm really nobody. But like in that moment, you feel like you're somebody. And I think that's just what's so cool about film is like for that 2 hour period, you help somebody get away from life. And I think that was kind of what was rewarding more than anything else. Like it was nice to get paid, but if I had the opportunity, I think seeing the reaction of the audience is what makes it worth it.
Yeah. It's a cool way to look at it. I know when we did the premiere at the festival,
Mm-hmm.
there was that Q&A afterward that we were all up on the stage for, and I think it was like us, and then I think Lenny was up there too for his
Yeah,
thing.
dual premiere.
Yeah, and but some like the questions that some of the audiences like were asking, I was like, dude, I don't. How'd you connect with it like that? Like you said,
Yeah.
like I wasn't expecting anyone to really connect with it in any way. It was just like, oh hey, look at this cool shit we did. Like
Oh, for sure.
I wasn't looking at more depth with it. But then like some of the questions, I was like, wow, you
I think
thought
that,
that, like
yeah.
Landon, sir, nice to catch up with you.
Oh, Chaz, anytime. I appreciate the opportunity again. Honestly, it's been great connecting with you again.
Yeah, man, it's fun. It's been a fun time, like a time apart break for both of us,
Hmm.
where we
Oh, for
both
sure.
actually stepped away from the medium. Like it was. Now we're
Hmm.
kind of going back on it, so I think it's really cool.
For sure. It's been fun. It's just the beginning. We're gonna make a bunch of great movies and then we'll make a career out of it.
Heck yeah, dude. Where can people find you if you care to drop all that?
If you want to look at my photography page, it's Landon K underscore photography. Super easy. That's where my photography is. If you want to follow me there. Um, I still have my acting page on Facebook. It's Landon Kasten. So this is the confusing part. I do have another Facebook page. It's my personal one. So if you do look for the one where I'm sitting on steps, it doesn't change. So that's my acting page. Um, Other than that, that's kind of where I went with my life, as I haven't really pushed film as much as I did. I'm more of photography. So yeah, just look me up on my Instagram.
Perfect. Well, thank you, sir.
Oh, thanks, Chaz. I appreciate it.
Everyone else, who knows if there's gonna be more episodes? This is just like a fun catch
There's
up.
gonna be more episodes. It's
So,
just the
well,
beginning.
we'll see. So, take care and welcome back.
Thanks, you too.